about a 15-foot drop. "Aye," Estelle said. She touched the girl lightly on the arm. "What's your partner's name?" The girl grimaced as the EMT snugged the bandage.
"Terry Gutierrez. We're from Socorro. I think that dumbutt was looking over his shoulder to see if I was behind him. Then he didn't have time to stop."
"And your name?"
"April Pritt," she said through gritted teeth. "Shit, that hurts."
The EMT nodded. "You're a lucky girl, Miss April. Other than the knee," she said to Estelle. "April is okay, Sheriff. A nasty laceration. Pretty brave, too. She climbed down over the cliff there to help her friend."
"I lost my balance,"
April said. "You sure did, but no fractures." Maddie reached out and gently patted the side of her patient's bandaged knee. "No stitches, if she's lucky." She looked critically at one knee, then the other. "Just another scar to keep all the others company." "How's he?" Estelle turned and watched as one of the EMTs adjusted the huge cervical collar on the injured rider. The young man's eyes were closed, his jaw slack under the oxygen mask. "Not so lucky," Maddie said. "But I think he'll be okay. We'll just have to see. I'll tell you what, though. Thank God for small favors like cell phones." Stepping so carefully that she appeared to be stalking wild game, the county manager appeared from the oak brush.
"Oh, my,"
Leona said, hesitating well back from the mesa edge. The county manager had her own small camera in hand, and Estelle turned to make sure that the enormous woman wasn't planning to step near the rim. "A bad fall," the undersheriff said to her to make sure she had Leona's attention. "Two competitors from Socorro." The girl with the battered knee looked up at Leona apologetically, even though she had no idea who the enormous woman might be.
"Oh, my,"
Leona said again. She took a reflexive step back when she saw Estelle walk over and stand near the edge of a large block of limestone. The view of the county was spectacular, but Estelle's attention was drawn to the broken juniper limbs below and the blood swashes on the gray boulders. It made a grim photograph. As she knelt at the mesa's edge on that warm May afternoon, Estelle leaned forward just enough to trace in her mind's eye the arc of the cyclist's freefall, to imagine the short burst of panic as he realized his mistake. The bicyclist had plunged over the mesa rim, arms flailing and his cry of panic echoing through the canyons. His trajectory ended with a 15-foot free flight that smacked into a jumble of jagged boulders capping the long talus slope that formed the mesa's apron. He had hit so hard that his helmet broke open like a coconut shell. The helmet lay next to the mangled bike, and Estelle walked over and picked it up. One deep gash had torn the helmet's brightly colored plastic just above the temple. She grimaced and held it up for Leona to see. "He's lucky," Leona said. "We hope so," Estelle replied. The blood on the helmet indicated otherwise. She placed the shattered helmet carefully on the frame of the bike and turned back to the girl. "You climbed down?" Estelle asked.
"Sort of," April said through clenched teeth. "Not the most graceful thing I've ever done. Is he going to be all right?"
"I think so," Estelle said. She regarded the spot where the 18-year-old girl had stopped her bike shy of disaster. No doubt she had seen her boyfriend below, so battered, broken, and lacerated that all he could do was lie in a growing puddle of blood and whimper. There was no easy route down, and her good judgment had been clouded by panic. "You called us from down there?"
"No, I didn't know what to do, so I called 911 first. But then I saw all the blood, and I knew I couldn't wait."
"Brave girl," Estelle said. She turned away from the rim. "Just a wrong turn on an unfamiliar shortcut," Estelle said to Leona. "As simple as that. No shortcuts allowed in the actual race."
"Mercy, I should hope not. You're not climbing down there, are you?"
"No, I don't think I need to." She took another photo, this time zooming in on the blood smear down below as closely as the camera allowed, then zooming back for a panorama. 11 miles to the southeast, she could see the village of Posadas, where the cyclists had set out on their practice ride as they prepared.